So I'm a really big fan of automation because automation is leverage. You can get more done with less time, all this kind of thing. Now, the beauty of software automation specifically is that you don't need to manage software like you need to manage people. And there's no human error. There are no silly, dumb little mistakes. Software is pretty calculated, pretty reliable in comparison to humans. Now, there can be technological errors, but most software has a 99.9% uptime or, working operation time percentage, whatever. And Zapier is that. So I'm going to show you a workflow that you can use in your agency to automate a pretty significant portion of the onboarding process so that you need to do pretty much nothing, and so that you can eliminate human error, raising red flags to your clients, thinking that something might be wrong, and just make things happen faster and easier. So let's pretend you have a dental Facebook ads agency, and your clients are going to upload a zip file for you that contains some of their branding assets as well as some of their videos from their YouTube channel, so that you can put these into automated email sequences and this kind of thing. So we'll step into Zapier here, and I'll show you how you can get this set up just to kind of get your mind running a little bit, because you can be really creative with Zapier here. And I thought the Google Drive integration was really cool. So what you can do is you can click on Google Drive, and for the event, you can go when there's a new file in a specific folder. So you can create what I did for this kind of thing is I would create one Google Drive folder for all of my clients to be able to upload their assets to. And then whenever an asset was uploaded to that folder, it would automatically get zapped into a secondary private Google Drive folder that not everybody has access to. So nobody would end up seeing the files that were uploaded to the first folder. They'd instantly go over to the next one. But also what it would do is send us an email saying, hey, this person uploaded their assets, so let's get to work. So we hit new file and folder, we continue, you'll set up your thing. So then from here, you'll select my Google Drive, and then you'll be able to pick a folder. Client folders. Let's just click new folder. So we pick this one, we hit continue. And then as normal, you can test your trigger and do all that stuff with Zapier. So once that has been done, Zapier is going to activate and go, okay, we found a new file. So what we're going to do first is transfer it over to another folder by clicking on Google Drive here. And then what we're going to do is move the file. And then you'll want to select what the file is. So first you would select the file and where it is based on the folder you selected. Then you'll select the right drive to use, and then you'll select the folder to move it into. So again, new file in the public folder. Once that's detected, it's going to get automatically moved to your private folder, which you'll set to be only shared with specific people, not anybody with link. The link can access it. And then from there, what we can do is pull up an email by Zapier and send an outbound email to, and then you'll want to type in whatever the email is of the person who's going to be doing your onboarding. It could be yourself, it could be somebody else who's helping you out, so you'll type their email in there. The subject can be whatever you want it to be. It can be something along the lines of, new client submission, right? And then from here, this is where things get a little tricky, so I'll pause here and show you one thing. So then what you can do is you can paste, I did HTML. This is how you link something, and you'll just put the word here. Basically, I'm linking the secondary folder that the file was moved to and saying, hey, go here and download the branding assets. This is the name of the file that you should be downloading. Please have this done within 3 days if possible. And here's another link. Upload the completed edits or whatever to this folder. Thank you. The BR are breaks, so that's like hitting enter. And then the AHREF, these are the links. So you'll paste this here with the link before the text. So this is where you'll paste the link. Then this is what's going to be linked. Then you'll close this. This is the end of the hyperlink. And then this is the line break to go to the next line. And then again, line break, and then another link here, right? And then the text to be linked, and then the end to the hyperlink, and then the line break. And then I did another line break just to have like an empty little space there. And you can also get creative, do attachments, do all sorts of different things, CC certain people. So then now your team knows, okay, these assets have been uploaded, now they have to download them and then go set up a web page or something like that for your client. So maybe you want to call this something like client assets upload. So now your team is going and doing their uploading and everything like that. What you can also do is use Google Forms so that when one of your team members is done a task, you can have them, when there's a new form response, what you can do is you can create a Google form and have it have the name of the client and the email of the client, and then so that your team member has to put that in, and then they hit submit. And then what can happen from here is you'll have to like choose an account and then like select the right form and everything. You just create a Google form, forms.google.com, really easy. And then from there, what you can do is you can send another email, for example, to the person who's kind of like the head of operations to double check their work. So you can send an outbound email once this form has been submitted. Whoops, let's just delete this. Once this form has been submitted by the onboarding team saying, hey, we've finished this client's onboarding, they'll submit this Google form, and you can even link that in the last email if you want, or have them bookmark it. Then when they submit this, your head of operations gets another email, or they get an email saying, hey, this client, insert client name, which you can get from the field answered in the Google form. This client's name, this is the client's email, this has been completed, please double check. And then once that is done, submit this Google form saying that this client has been completed. Then once that Google form is submitted, I'm getting ahead of myself here. So that would be all this Zap really is head of operation, or it can even just be like client account double checking, for example. And then the head of operations can go and check the client's account, make sure everything's all good and clean. And then so that your head of operations doesn't have to manually type emails out all the time or copy this and paste that, what you can do is you can have another Google form so that what happens is when your head of operations is done double checking that account and everything's in check and they launch the account, you can have them submit a separate Google form with the client's name and email. And then we can have an email by Zapier go out directly to the client saying, hey, awesome, we're up and live, we're ready to go, everything has been launched for you, so that you don't have to have somebody again like copying and pasting messages or having typos or forgetting certain details. And then this whole process becomes streamlined, and the beauty of it is you sign a client, you tell them what needs to happen next on your onboarding call, for example, they upload that file and their account gets launched with you doing nothing. So Zapier is really cool for that reason. There are some other types of software that I use. There will be a video on screen, you can check that out. It's all really simple software. It's just like how you use it's really important. So hopefully you like this one. Go watch that video. See you soon.